Hi, it's Ebony Day.
Hi, Ebony. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
We're all right. We're all right. We saw your tweets. You must have gotten up very early.
Oh my goodness, I got up at 5.
Oh, so
it was
your
so
press
early.
day?
Yeah, because I was in Derby, so I had to get the my guitarist drove from Derby and then just got to London just about 10 minutes ago.
Oh, so you had a gig last night then as well?
Yeah,
or?
Yeah, it was really fun.
So very busy.
Yeah, but good busy. I'm having a good time.
Good busy. Is this do you often do your press days, or is this a first off?
This is actually my first one.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, it's quite exciting.
Are you enjoying it so far? Did you start early?
Started about half an hour ago, but it's been good so far. I'm having a nice chat with everyone.
That's good. You won't be too bored by the questions at this point.
No way.
So, how did you first start with music? What was the first spark that got you going?
Well, when I was in sixth form, when I was I think I must have been 17.
Yeah.
I picked up loads of food allergies. So I had 4 or 5 months off school, and I was sat at home. I was really bored, and I started watching YouTube videos, and I saw Justin Bieber and people like that, Esme Dentes, and people posting covers of songs and getting a bunch of views. And I was like, well, this looks kind of fun. So then I started learning guitar by watching YouTube videos.
Oh wow! So you taught yourself basically, or? Yeah,
but after that I got a couple lessons afterwards because I just needed a bit of help with it. But so I started doing that while I was off school, and then to keep myself occupied, I just posted covers of my favorite songs really.
Okay, so were they favorite songs, and do you still record favorite songs, or do you? Is there a tiny bit of a sort of a strategy behind the ones that you cover too?
Well, I think possibly, but it's not consciously, because I listen to the top 40 all the time. I just love every song on the top 40 really. I'm a big pop fan, so all of the songs I cover I do genuinely really I do like those songs. So I always cover them when they're current, but that's just because they come out and I'm like, oh my goodness, I love this song, so then I cover it.
Well, yeah, and it's a great way of saying that you like a song and then doing your own spin on that as well, right? Because you always put your own stamp too. How do you go about doing that? You've got a song and then you make it your own.
Yeah, it's basically just because I know if people wanted to listen to the song exactly the same, then they would just listen to the artist.
Yeah.
So I obviously have to make mine a bit different. So if I'm doing a properly recorded cover, I'll talk to the producer and I'll be like, we should do this different. I want it more guitar-y, I want it more piano. And then we'll talk about how to make it different, and then we just kind of see how it turns out. And if it doesn't sound good, then we try something else, and we just go until we like it, really.
Okay, so kind of jam, itself too. You're doing a jam of the cover and seeing what works best for your voice and for accompaniment. You said that you have, you said that you had, you love pop and you've got a lot of covers of R&B artists and some hip hop too, and it just so happens that you've put up a few days ago your collab with Epic, the Can't Hold Us remix, and is that something that kind of cross-style collaboration, is that something that you want to do more of?
Yeah, I love collaborating so much. It gets so much fun.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of rap, so I really like when there's a singing and then there's a rap verse and stuff. I just think that it mixes it up a bit, so I really like it.
Well, yeah, it's what that track is exactly, and I thought that worked really well with your voice and his. And I guess it was also because you're into R&B and hip hop, because your style on the EP that's coming up soon is more acoustic and more pop. It's interesting that you're into all of that, but you haven't done that many tracks yet in that style. So is that something that you think you might want to do more of, the R&B and hip hop slant?
Yeah, definitely. Like eventually, I think I will, but at the moment, I know what I want my style to be, and I want to kind of stick to that before I start exploring.
Yeah, yeah. And how do you start writing material? Do you a song? Do you start with a tune first, or a harmony, or lyrics? What comes first to you?
Lyrics normally, because like I'll be like, I'm on the train a lot, so like when I'm like sat by myself, kind of just like things come into my head, so I just write them into my phone, and then
That's a good way, yeah.
And then like I'm not really that good at guitar, so like sometimes I'll come up with something on guitar, but then I'll send it to my guitarist, and then like ask him to make it a bit better. And like I prefer co-writing because it's like we can get other people's ideas in as well, and then it's easier to relate to because it's not just like one person writing it.
Yeah, so that it's your ideas or your lyrics, and then somebody has a tune that they think of from those lyrics, and you're working together. Are they written from personal experiences, or do you sort of see people and get inspired by that? Yeah,
like the songs on the EP, like a couple of them are about like what's happened to me, but normally the songs are about like if my friend has told me a story, and like I'd go home and I'd like write down kind of what he or she said, and then try and make it a song.
Yeah. Okay. And how, if you could choose a career path for a musician that you know of, who would you most want to aspire to in their career path over the years?
I'm not really sure. Like I look up to like Justin Timberlake quite a lot, because I like how he kind of he started music really young, but he still seems like a really genuine, like nice person. So I like how he's done everything. But then I also like Justin Bieber and people like that, because I can see that they work really hard for what they have.
Yeah, and you do that too. I mean, having of course, the thing to mention that it's hard to forget that you're the first unsigned artist to win MTV's Brand New Artist 2013. Yeah. And is that sinking in by now? I heard your first few interviews, and it was all still hard to believe. But are you more comfortable with that now?
Like, yeah, but it still seems so strange. Like, when I think about it, it just seems really weird, because I really like everybody who was in that competition. So then for me to win that was just like, oh my goodness, like this is so strange. But like, yeah, it's sunk in now, and I'm just like really happy about it. It's been a really good year. Yeah.
And do you feel a tiny bit of pressure about it too? The fact that your fans helped so much to get you there, and that prize, and then what you have to give back. Do you feel?
Yeah, like not too much, but like I just want to make them really proud, because like they worked really hard to get me to win that competition. So like I really want to release music that they love and that they can relate to and that they like listening to. And like I guess there is a little bit of pressure, but like I feel like I know what type of music they want, and like I hope they like the EP.
Yeah, and is that the acoustic and pop that you have on your EP, and it's coming out soon? What is your favorite track from those four?
I think my favorite one is "Crazy Over You."
Okay, and why?
I think it's just like it's really fun to sing, and I really like it. Like it reminds me of music that I used to listen to, like JoJo kind of stuff. So I really like it.
Yeah. And do you have, you talked a lot about your influences of contemporary artists. Is there anyone who's older that you really like, who's still playing? I mean, in Elton John, or some people from the past too that you find inspiring?
My parents used to like play the Beatles quite a lot. I used to listen to them all the time. And my mum used to play Dido, like that Dido album, constantly. So like I always listen to her, and I still really like her. So she was one of the main ones, really.
Okay, it's those tracks that you have from childhood that you can't actually get out of your head anymore.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they feel like you're in a certain place when you hear them. Oh, that's neat. Yeah. And what are your thoughts about the music biz and social media? I mean, I know how important it has been for you, but is that important for how you want to proceed?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think social media is probably one of like the most important things to me, because like that's how my fans found me, and like I feel because of social media that I'm like friends with my fans, which is really nice, because like I get to talk to them as much as I can, and I just like get to kind of know them on a personal level, which I don't think you could really do before. So I always want to kind of have that, and I always want to post YouTube videos as well, because I don't want to forget like those people who found me through YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, you've got almost 100 there now on YouTube, right? So you've got your blog there too, and songs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hope to keep that up?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you meet fans at concerts that you do know from through the years?
Yeah, a lot. Like especially recently, because I've been traveling around a lot more. So I've got to like meet people who I've remembered from like 2 years ago. So it's so nice to just be able to see them and say thank you. Really. So I like seeing them and taking pictures, and then like just getting to know them a bit more.
Yeah. Oh, it's neat. And what do you have coming up? You've got the EP in a few weeks, and
yeah.
Do you have the rest of the year planned? More gigging?
Yeah, just mostly like a lot of shows coming up. Like the next couple months are really busy, which I'm really excited about, because I really like playing live. And then hopefully by the beginning of like next year, I'll be able to do a support tour or a little tour of my own, but nothing's like set in stone yet. Okay,
and you're still you'll be doing studio work on your album as well?
We don't have any plans yet, but I think we're trying to see how the EP goes. Mm-hmm. And then once that's happened, then we'll start thinking about albums. But at the moment, like I'm still going in the studio and writing things down and recording little bits here and there. But that's probably not like one of the main priorities at the moment.
Okay. So you're promoting the EP and gigging and and connecting with your fans.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you so much.
It was great to take the time, and we look forward to the EP and seeing how all that goes, and have a great time with the gigs.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you.
It was nice talking to you, Ebony. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.